All right, so can you guys see my screen now? So tayo tumingin dito. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we've stopped right here a while ago. So we've talked about some basic definitions of AI and then ML. So not Mobile Legends, okay? That's machine learning, okay? So AI refers to the system that mimic cognitive functions normally associated with human minds, such as learning and problem solving. Now, with the use of ML, it is now the one that is implementing, okay, the one that he has learned from mimicking a certain, say, person. So in here, ML is a subset, or machine learning is a subset of AI that uses statistical techniques to give computers the ability to learn from their environment. Okay, so AI is just a program wherein, with the use of ML or machine learning, it will be able to sense, see maybe, can maybe smell if it's possible already in our technology. So with those data that he is gathering from his environment, so he's able to learn the things that uh, human do in everyday. Okay, like for example, it may be uh, detects that this one is not crossing the street because the traffic light is still red, then maybe as time goes by, maybe after 5 times or 10 times that the robot or the machine is seeing the human doing that, so it will be able to mimic that. All right, so I will also do that one. Okay, so that's how he learned things. Okay, just by trying to mimic. Okay, so if he saw someone wherein he's killing the other people, where there's a chance also that that robot will mimic that person, and then of course will also become a bad robot. So it's like we humans are his parents. Okay. So whatever is that robot seeing every day, so he tries to analyze it from his program. Is this the thing that I should do or not to do? So initially, as a human, we already have that one. Okay. So we call that one like wisdom. Okay. So we do things inclined with our conscience. So let's say if you think that giving money with the poor is a good thing, then you do that one. But for some people, giving money to the poor is like, uh, para kasing may mga cases na kapag yung bata namamalimos, yung ibang tao namamalimos, parang, bang tawag dito, para silang gang. I don't know how to call that one. Pero meron yung iba, under sila ng, ano yung pinaka-proper example? Under sila ng mm, group na kung saan may mga kukuha ng pera and then mapupunta lang sa isang tao. Like parang yun yung boss nila. And then yung boss nila yung nagpapakain sa kanila. Okay? So, may mga ganong bogus ba tawag doon? Anyway, basta parang ganun, okay? So, for some people, it's a good thing. For some people, it's not a good thing. Okay, so that person acts on its own will or its own judgment. So, uh, this enables computers to improve on a particular task without being specifically programmed for the task. So with the help of ML, so we don't program everything into that thing or into that program. So it is now the machine that is parang responsible on how to do things or how to learn new things. Okay. So this is especially useful when designing and programming specific algorithms, which is super difficult and infeasible or impossible to do. So for examples of such tasks in computer science include malicious code detection, network intruder detection, optical character recognition, computer speech recognition, and then computer vision. Okay, so yung mga yan, say, ito yung kahit yung minimum na parang deviation or error. Okay, like for example, maybe sa tao, kapag narinig mo yung boses na ganito, si mama yan, si papa, yung kapatid ko yan. Pero yung robot, okay, since nakaregister na sa kanya talaga yung 100% na boses ng tao, alam niya na kung sino 'to. So kung iniiba nung tao yung boses ng ito, it's like he's trying to mimic this person, so made-detect niya yun, okey? So in that way, super useful niya na, 'di ba? Okay, hindi lang, parang boses ni mama yun. So pag binuksan mo, mamaya criminal pala who just tried to mimic the voice of your father, okay, or the voice of your brother. Okay, and so on and so forth. So one objective of learning is to be able to generalize based on experience. Okay. So kung ano man yung nakikita niya sa pang-araw-araw, that is the one that he will analyze, and then he will learn, and then maybe if it's useful things in according with his program, then he will save it to his database. So for machines, this involves the ability to perform accurately on new previously unseen tasks after gaining experience. Okay? With a learning data set. So, pwedeng, let's say, similar tong nangyayari ngayon, pero hindi niya pa talaga na-experience, pero similar dahil nga marami na siya nakita experience, then pwede niya magamit yung mga previous experience niya dito sa bago, wherein he will act according to his previous analysis. Okay? So the training data set must come from data that is representative of the larger data pool. Of course, this larger data pool is our server. So lahat yan pwedeng nakasave mismo sa kanya kung may hard disk man siya or hard drive sa sarili niya, or mostly naman yan kapag ang mga robot na is nakakonect na sila sa internet wherein binabato na doon lahat ng data sa cloud server. Right? So, talking about ML in the IoT, okay. So, one of the features of IoT is that it enables the collection of extremely large pools of data that can teach programs how to respond in certain conditions. So, nasabi ko nga kanina, meron yung ibang sensor that it can react accordingly to your program. So, some of the more common uses of ML technology include speech recognition, product recommendation, shape recognition, credit card detection, facial recognition, and many more, if they can still add another features for this one. So the first one is the speech recognition. So this one is using digital assistants like yung sabi natin kanina, like for Apple, Microsoft, so hindi ko lang mapangalan nito, pero Google Assistant, yung isa sa mga pinaka-fun. And then Alexa is for the Amazon. And then the other two, I forgot the name. But those are the speech recognition that is being offered by the IoT. So mostly with the use of IoT, mag-uumpisa muna tayo sa pre-made program. Okay? So yung iba dyan siguro kung mayaman, bibilihan sila ng Google Assistant. Actually, meron ng, pwede na sa cellphone, okay? Pwede mo na i-program yung phone mo as, yun, Google Assistant. And then, just connect this to the server, and then yung server mo is magbabato ng data doon sa mga sensors mo. As long as yung sensor mo is nakakonect din doon sa server niyan. Okay? Para makapagbato siya ng, let's say, message or ng command. Okay? So that's how speech recognition works. And then the second one is product recommendation. So product recommendation is a customer profile and recommend products or services based on previous patterns. So paano nanggagaling tong product recommendation na to? So of course, an IoT is a smart device. So kapag smart device yan, meron siyang log file. So yung log file na yun yung parang mga previous things na ginagawa mo palagi or pinapagawa mo sa kanya. Let's say, lagi ka na lang nagtatanong, what is the weather today? Or how much now is the cost of R5 3600 or R5 5600? Or how much now is the cost of Honda Civic? Okay. Or how much now is the cost of kung ano man yung maisipan mo, okay? So meron tayong wide imaginations kung ano yung mga pinagtatanong natin dito sa Google Assistant natin. Okay. So hindi man siya via voice, pwede namang via type. Okay. Magta-type ka dun sa Google mo. So syempre nasa setting mo. So either of those two. So in that case, malalaman niya na, mahilig to sa kotse. Mahilig to sa motor. Mahilig to sa computer parts. So from that, kukuha na ngayon siya ng, let's say, kasi may algorithm na rin yung YouTube na gano'n kung ano yung sinesearch mo palagi, yun yung ipapakita niya. So same with our Google Assistant or IoT device. So kung ano yung lagi nating tinatanong, yun yung din yung lagi niyang i-recommend sa'yo. Okay? Yun yung ipapakita niya palagi sa'yo. Okay? Kung sakaling yung IoT mo is meron ng LED display. Right? So that's how product recommendation works. Right? So, yun na nga, nasabi ko rin pala sa kaso walang YouTube dito. Pero YouTube, medyo similar. And then sa Facebook, ganun din. Kung ano yung lagi mong sine-search, yun yung lagi magpapakita dun ah, sa parang ano ba dito, homepage mo. Alright? And many more. And then the second one, our third one is a shape recognition. So shape recognition is uh, a sketch or pwede kang mag-drawing wherein, of course, that drawing is a crude hand-drawn diagram. So when I say crude, it's unclear, okay, or not skilled or not perfect. So from that, okay, i-analyze ngayon ito ng IoT device mo na, okay, so hindi man siya perfect na circle pero maybe the user is trying to draw a circle. Like, so, eto na siguro circle na to. So parang na-analyze niya na circle na to. And then of course, meron din tayo sa mga numbers and letters. So this one is very evident or useful, especially with, pakita ko lang sa inyo. So sa Microsoft Word, meron na neto eh. Yun na lang tayo. Wherein you can insert and then equation. And then insert new equation. Yun. Ink equation. Yan. So in here, you can let's say type 2. Pero yan. So automatically, mako-convert na into 2. 2 plus 3. Okay. Equals 6. Which is mali. So tinype pa rin niya. So ano yung sinulat ko dito, isusulat niya dito. So just insert that one and then yan. Okay. So parang ganun. Okay. So of course, sa Microsoft Word, mga numbers lang kasi more on equations yan. Or letters. Hindi ko lang sure kung kaya niya yung mga shapes na complicated. Okay, that is one example of features of IoT with ML. Next one is credit card fraud detection. So, let's say, inilink mo, okay, nilink po yung credit card mo dun sa IoT device mo wherein it or that IoT device can detect whether parang nanakaw na ba yung debit card mo, nakuha na ba ng yung information ng ibang tao, or may nangyari na bang masama dun sa credit card mo, and so on and so forth. So, any deviation from these patterns triggers an alert and the system automatically takes action. Like for example, you always buy groceries in Robinson Supermarket. Let's say, Robinson ka lang palagi. Laging ganun yung pattern. And then one time, okay, bigla na lang nag-pop up dun sa credit card mo na nag-grocery ka daw sa SM. Okay, wherein hindi ka naman talaga nag-grocery doon. So in that case, pwede natin masabing purchase in a different geographic area. Okay, or nag-purchase siya sa ibang location. So from that example or from that scenario, pwede nang mag-remind yung IoT mo na, oops, nanakaw yata yung credit card mo. Okay? Or let's say nag-purchase ka ng mga bagay na hindi mo naman talaga pina-purchase. So in that case, not normally purchasing, ipapakita niyo. Or bumili ka ng sobrang daming magkakaibang product. Okay? Which is hindi ka naman ganun. Okay? Palagi ka naman nag-grocery and then pare-parehas lang yung product na gino-grocery mo or binibili mo. So in that case, papakita na siya as rapidly purchasing many different products. And then, purchasing large ticket items. So kung sobrang laki, sobrang mahal nung binili mo, which is hindi mo naman binili yun, so pwede rin magpakita. Okay, kapag sobrang laki nun. Siyempre, pag nakapulot na information yung hacker, siyempre bibili na siya ng pinakamahal para one-time transaction lang. Okay, di ba? So which is this one. Right? So that is for credit card fraud detection. And then second to the last, last na pala to. Okay. So facial recognition. So ito, pinaka-common naman na to. So facial recognition, biometrics is under this one already. So yung iba, facial recognition na nga, may biometrics pa ng kamay, may mata pa, okay, and so on and so forth na pwede mong ilagay. So in this case, you can identify and track the individuals. So like for example, may camera sa labas nyo. So hindi mo na kailangan lumabas yung IoT device mo na yung, let's say may camera ka doon. Yun na yung nag-detect kung papapasukin niya ba or hindi. So kung may access yung mukha na yun, okay, yung mama mo, then automatic mag-unlock yung door. Pero kapag ibang tao, okay, ibang muka, so of course, hindi mag-open yung door. Okay, so that is one example of facial recognition. So think about, just another question. So think about your interactions with online and offline systems over the past week. Okay. So how many machine learning applications have you interacted with? So is there anyone who wants to share their experience with your machine learning? Anyone? All right, so let me call someone. Okay, Miss Rio. So let's see, go back past few weeks. So think about the things that you did, mapa-online man or offline. So how many machine learning applications you have interacted with? Okay, so actually you
Sir,
can come up.
maybe two.
Yan.
Sir, maybe two.
Alright, so ano yung dalawang yun?
Sir, yung sa social media services.
Hmm?
Sa
Na,
Facebook po kasi meron po yung people you may know.
so pwedeng people recommendation instead of product recommendation. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So ano pa yung isa?
Sa online customer support po, sa website,
Mhm.
there's an
So
option to chat with customer support representative.
customer support. So nasan dito yung features ng IoT? Like, I don't know, kasi hindi naman ako masyadong ano ba yan, sa shopping ba yan? Shopping online? Is that for shopping online, Miss Leo?
Sir, mostly po sa mga website po na visit ko, may mga chatbots po kasi that can
Yung
start while
automatic.
you navigate the website. Yes, sir.
Yung automatic para magre-reply. Oo, merong ganun. And then, as time goes by, maybe kapag marami ka pang question na hindi masagot ng robot, i-delete ka niya na sa isang tao talaga mismo. Parang
Yes, sir.
yun yung customer service. So, maybe, kaya siya. So, wala siya dito. Pero, possible naman. It's one of the features of IoT. Alright. So, moving on, we have here your laboratory number 15. So, in laboratory number 15, uh, you're going to design a prototype of an AI application. Okay. So don't worry when we say design a prototype. Okay, it's just basically your own idea. Okay? You don't need to implement it. So with IoT devices and IoT networks getting popular, technologies for IoT devices are also improving rapidly. So IoT devices are no longer limited to sensors and actuators, so they may have capability to think and act accordingly to the environment changes. So thanks to the development of artificial intelligence and machine learning, so it's now possible that we are now learning. Okay, of course with the use of AI and then. So let me just show this one to you guys real quick on how you will do laboratory number 15. All right, so in here, uh, the first objective is you're going to consider an IoT application with AI or ML technology. So, and then part two, you're going to design the components required for an IoT application with AI or ML technology. And then lastly, once you're done in designing that one, you're going to describe the process and operation for the IoT application with flowcharts. So with discussion and then with flowcharts. So in discussion, so no problem. Just, explain it how it's being done, ano yung mga operation na ginagawa niya. And then with flowcharts, so na-discuss naman na natin to kung paano gamitin yung mga processes, yung mga decisions, yung mga connections, and so on and so forth. So background scenario. Actually, dapat naka-group kayo dito sa 3 to 4. Pero since gusto ko, i-group kayo into 3 lang para yung grupo nyo ngayon, okay, for this laboratory number 15, will be also your group for your semi or initial final project. Okay? So, listen carefully. So, i-group ko na kayo ngayon. Teka lang, punta tayo you, sa ating canvas. Hello guys, are you guys still there? Para lang alam ko na nandyan kayo, para alam niyo yung groupings niyo.
Yes,
Alright,
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
Bagat is here.
Yes, sir.
Alright, it's good.
Yes.
Alright, so here's your groupings para hindi na masyadong complicated. So, nabilang ko na kayo, 15 kayo dito. Actually, 16 kasama ako, pero di naman ako kasama sa inyo. So, 15 lang kayo. So, ito yung first group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Arviso hanggang Mr. Carino. Second group is Corpus hanggang Escabarte. Alright, that's the second group. And then the last group is Miklay hanggang kay Mr. Tuazon. Alright, so 5, 5, 5. So hindi na kayo mahihirapang alamin pa kung sino yung makagrupo nyo. Okay, so naka-arrange na yan alphabetically. Alright, so I hope hindi ako biased sa pagkakagrupo nyo. Wala naman sigurong sobrang talino na nandito sa part na to. So I think lahat kayo equal sa lahat. Equal sa mga magkaklase. So no problem when it comes to groupings. Alright, so yun yung grupo nyo. Clear ba naman? Nakuha nyo ba yung groupings nyo?
Sir, akala ko 3 members. Yan.
Hindi na. So iniba ko na. Instead of 3 to 4 members, gagawin kong 5. Okay, gagawin kong 5, exact 5 people to. Right? Okay ba yun? Or may complaints kayo sa mga kagrupo nyo ngayon? Walang sasalita. So hindi ko alam kung may complaint kayo o wala. So it's either yes or no. So 50-50. Anyway, so yan yun na. Buhatin nyo na lang. Okay. Ang talaga, ganun ang buhay. Actually, kayang-kaya nyo to kahit individually kayo. Pero mas maganda kasi kapag group kasi may collaboration. Okay? Merong idea sa tao na to, idea sa tao na yun, idea sa tao na to. Kasi nga, this laboratory is like more on brainstorming on how you will create a new AI or ML technology. Right. So, wala namang kailangan. Actually, lahat naman kayo is may internet access. And I hope okay lang to lahat sa inyo. Smooth naman siguro yung internet. And then, ito na yung mga steps na gagawin nyo. Okay? So, consider an IT application with AI or ML technology. So, in part 1, the group members will list the functions and features of smart home thermostat. Nakalimutan ko. Okay, hindi nga pala kayo gagawa. So, ngayon ko lang ulit nabasa. Hindi kayo gagawa, pero I think gagawa kayo. Pero dito na yun sa huli. Okay, so for part 1, hindi kayo gagawa. Okay, meron ng ready-made. So all you need to do is research. Okay, so not just research, but with understanding. Okay, dapat naintindihan nyo rin. So just list all the functions and features of a thermostat. Okay, and a controller device with capability of self-learning. So take note, hindi lang siya thermostat. So paano mo siya i-relate with self-learning? Okay, like can it think? Okay, kapag nakapag-get na siya ng data sa pang-araw-araw, let's say, ginagawa niya na to for 1 month. Okay, so ano yung mga natutunan niya? Ano yung mga pwede niyang gawin sa mga nakuha niyang data? Right? So it should be able to make decision based on the environment changes and acting accordingly, okay, regarding with the environment. So just list all the features and functions of the thermostat. And then step number 2, you're going to list the factors that may influence the perception of temperature. Okay, dito naman step number 3. And then third is list the ways the smart devices can get information about those factors. Okay, coming from step number 2. So, ganun lang. Actually, very straightforward naman siya. So, iiwanan ko na tong part 2 hanggang part 3. And then, what are your reflections regarding with those steps? So, papyaw lang to. So, if ever that there is a question or not clear instruction with this laboratory. So just message me anytime. Alright? So, bibilisan natin kasi I think, hindi ko lang sure, baka meron na natin 10 minutes, more or less. Alright. So after that, you're going to have a short quiz about AI and then ML. Right? So don't worry, super short lang naman yung mga yan. It won't take that long. Right. So next one is intent-based networking. So actually, we have already discussed this one on your past modules. Pero ito na talaga yung pinaka parang thorough process when it comes to intent-based learning or intent-based networking. So mostly, intent-based networking is used by businessmen. Okay, so yun yung pinaka uh, hint nyo when it comes to intent-based networking. Para saan ba itong intent-based na to? Okay, and then second is we use intent-based networking for faster action. Okay, so what are those actions? Like, kasi, di ba sa pang-araw-araw natin, sa business natin, laging may trending, laging may bagong pakulo, laging mayroong bagong rules, mayroong bagong ways of doing it na much more effective than the others. So, intent-based networking is the updated, okay, or effective or the most effective policy or rules that you can implement or you can ano ba? Implement or wala mahanap din mga term yun. Implement to your business. Okay? Kasi if you don't have intent-based networking, okay, you will do it manually. Okay, you will search on the internet how to publish or how to do advertisement or how to make it much more better, how to earn more money, how to or kung ano pa yung mga rules na pwede mong gawin. Okay, or mga processes na pwede mong idagdag para mas laki yung kita mo or mas mapabilis yung business mo. Okay? So, of course, kapag ganun yung nangyari, kapag manually, mag-hire ka pa ng IT. Okay? Sila na mismo yung ganito, ganyan, and babayaran mo pa siya. Okay? So, to address this need, the IT industry has initiated an effort to create a systematic approach to tie infrastructure management to business intent. Okay, ano ba yung intention mo to sell this one? Saan mo ba siya gustong ibenta? For how much pa? Okay, and then, from there, mapupunta siya sa isang server, let's say, sa server ng isang application na intent-based networking. And then, magre-recommend siya ng ganito. Okay, ganito lang dapat mong gawin. According with this data of yours, mas effective siguro kapag ganito. So, yung IT na yung nag-design doon. Okay, systematic approach to tie infrastructure management. So kung meron tayong 3 cloud computing for other kinds of businesses like yung infrastructure as a service, infrastructure as a server, ano ba? Infrastructure as, tatlo yun nakalimutan yung isa. Anyway, parang ganun. So ito parang additional which is specifically for businesses only. Okay? So with this new paradigm, business needs are automatically and continually translated into IT infrastructure execution. So if you want to learn more about IBN, so you can always go in this website. So ito yung parang pinaka-complete, step by step yung mga use cases, yung mga pwede mong gawin, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay? Which is made by Cisco, of course. So parang product recommendation na to. So this is their tactics, to sell their certain product, right? And the next one is how are machine learning, AI, and then intent-based networking link with each other. So as we all know, intent-based networking is now using the automation. So automatic na siya kasi nga, yun, instead of using a certain person, an IT person, so automatic na siya mag-update kapag nakasubscribe ka doon or kapag prinogram mo yun accordingly to your business. And then of course, kapag automatic siya, it already has an AI. Okay? So i-base niyo yun sa mga databases or sa mga data na nagagather niya sa pang-araw-araw. Okay? Ilan ba yung benta mo ngayong araw? Ilan ba yung magiging benta mo sa susunod? Okay? So it will be able to predict your tawag dito, revenue ba tawag doon? Or yung kikitain mo. Okay? Yung profit. Okay, it's the correct term, profit in the future. And then ML to control the function of a network to accomplish a specific purpose or intent. Okay? So, mamaya discuss natin itong architecture ng IBN. So, second one is intent-based networking allows the IT team to specify in plain language exactly what they want the network to accomplish. And the network makes it happen. So, yung IT na yung parang gagawa ng pre-made program. And then kapag sumakto to sa situation mo, okay, so i-convert na lang to into plain text and then made-deliver na to doon sa let's say sa business na gusto mo mangyari or sa outcome na gusto mo mangyari. So the intent-based network uses AI and ML to ensure that any services that are deployed meet the required service level. Okay, so of course, bago, hindi naman basta-basta na kapag kailangan mo to, eto na ibibigay ka. So dadaan siya sa tatlong key elements. So the first one is assurance. So hindi lang basta-basta intent action coming from that intent-based networking na application yung ibibigay sa business mo. So meron tayong assurance, we have the translation, and then the activation. Kung na-confirm mo na okay, ito yung kailangan ko. And so on and so forth. So assurance, what is this assurance? So this is an end-to-end verification of network wide behavior. So it predicts the results of any changes. It tracks the compliance with the original intent and makes recommendation or adjustments when there is a misalignment between the intent and the outcome. Oops. Okay, so one na pala. Yan. One na nga. Anyway, so magpupunta muna tayo sa assurance. So ito parang chinecheck niya lang, ito yung intent ko. So dapat pagbalik sa akin, ito na yung outcome. Okay, so ganun lang naman yun. Intent and then outcome. Dapat ganun. Pag hindi sila magkaparehas, hindi mangyayari yun. Okay, so yun yung assurance na sinasabi natin. So hindi siya may implement dun sa system. So dapat parehas sila. Okay? So this stage relies heavily on AI and ML. Systems are part of the closed loop that continually monitors performance and security of the network and reconfigures the network to ensure compliance. And then translation, ito na yung, let's say, assured na siya, no? Okay na siya. So ito na yung, i-confirm mo na lang kung i-adapt yun ng system mo or hindi. Okay? So apply business intent to network configuration. So the intent is what you wish to accomplish, not how it is accomplished. So sila nang bahala kung paano nila ma-accomplish it with using their own system. So ikaw, gusto ko ng ganitong outcome. Okay, ito yung plan. So sila, magsasan sila ng intention na ganito yun mangyayari. Okay, with this way, maaabot mo tong ganitong profit. Okay? So, this intent is specified in plain language and used by the system to create policies across the system. So, for example, an intent might be to segment guest traffic from corporate traffic or to enable access for remote users. So, once you're clear with this one, okay, so confirm mo lang, of course, the last one is activation. It occurs after the intent has been specified and the policies is created. Okay, so it's now working with your system. All right. So if you want to learn more about how ML and AI and IVM work with each other, so you may want to visit Cisco Learning Network. Okay. So ito yung mas thorough na training when it comes to learning about intent-based networking. So let's say maybe you're a businessman, so pwede naman, I think you just need to create a GitHub account. Okay. GitHub, and then yun, after nun, so you're now good to go on how to learn intent-based networking. Right? So ito yung mga use cases for the intent-based networking. Of course, we have the Cisco Digital Network Architecture. So what is Cisco Digital Network Architecture? So ito yung product, okay, ng Cisco. So ito yung ginagamit nila for intent-based networking ng mga tao na kailangan ng ganitong technology. Okay? So for more information with this one, so you may visit this website. Okay? And then right after that, you're going to have this laboratory. So researching intent-based networking. Okay? So in this lab, you will explore some of the possibilities created by intent-based networking. So, yun. So, wala na tayong oras ulit. So, papakita ko sana to. Anyway, so just wait for the part 3. So, malapit na tayo. 3 slides na lang. Summary na actually. Pero since 1 minute na lang, so hindi yun enough kasi i-discuss pa natin to. And then the remaining time on the part 3 will be the discussion for the your initial project. So for now, we will stop right here and then we will just continue the rest on the part 3. Right? So goodbye for now. So see you
See you
after
po,
5 to
sir.
7 minutes.
Sige, sir.
All right.
Sige, sir.